support to members of the Hautapu sports community if they or loved ones are affected by serious health issues.
As Jenkinson starts us off there for Morrinsville, and Hautapu clearing kick, which has just gone out just before the halfway point there. So we'll have a line out. Morrinsville's ball. As Lumens feeds the line out. It's a bit scrappy. Hautapu have picked it up. So they feed the forwards. But we'll have a penalty. Offside's the call. Morrinsville offside here early on. And we'll kick for touch.
Man in the middle for today's game, Grant Cottrell from Te Awamutu Referees Association. Quite a well experienced and established referee. Has been around the tracks for a while, but Cam, we touched on it last week, didn't we? But like most sports, well, just about every sport, always looking for referees, and they are definitely needed to keep the game happening. So if you are interested, get in touch with Michael Winter from the Waikato Rugby Union. The assistant referees, touch judges, anything to help out, even at junior rugby level as well. If you can, it's a great way to stay in the game.
And another scrappy feed here. Morrinsville picked it up. As they use the forwards. Tim Taylor taken down. Box kick. Well taken there from the fullback for Hautapu, and he'll have a little gander down the wing here with a bit of space. Inside ball. Just over the 10 metre mark here as they look to feed it cross field. Midfield crash. Quick ball again. Feeding the backs now. It's the second five there with the netball pass over. Now to the winger. It's Tiahu taken down. It's the halfback Hale. Not a great pass, but they'll swing it wide. Wider again. There's a little space here to play with. As he feeds to his winger, a little grubber kick. And off Morrinsville. Hautapu's line out just before the 22 line there. Hautapu fling it from side to side here early on.
Yeah, both sides looking quite promising there, Cam. Ball on hand. That wind certainly has picked up. Probably can hear it through the mics. But good attacking running from both sides currently. Got to watch the line outs though in this wind.
Pops up there using the back lines, and an unnumbered player takes it down. And Morrinsville have turned it over and they've swung it wide, and a bit of room back there. They're chasing back. There's a couple of Hautapu balls there early on. And off his feet, penalty ball.
Yeah, what's happened there, Cam, is the players dived on the ground to clean the ball up, but then another opposition players dived on the ground. Seen it in junior rugby this morning as well. The player must be able to get to his feet to play, if he's dived on it to secure on a loose ball like that. Can't just dive straight on top of him.
So another line out here, Hautapu's ball. And the referee just putting everyone back at line. Ball sits with Robinson, the number 2 there for Hautapu. And a clean feed as they now feed it to the backs. Number 12 there finds a hole, but he's taken down but gets an offload to his open side. Ball sits there once again for Hale. Slowing it down a bit, and they use the forwards. Slowly making meters. Not a lot of pace on that one. It's spat back out again. As Hautapu found a bit of space here with that nudge. Won't find touch. But they'll take him out, and that's a good play there from Hautapu.
Big win from Hautapu, their home side, their Cam. They're just picking Morrinsville back currently. Morrinsville undefeated after 2 games in the second round. Hautapu yet without any points. I know that they, having talked to a few of the Hautapu players, they are struggling with injuries and having to use a few ring-ins. Boston Hale, the halfback though, hailing from Te Araha. And a good afternoon to Steve and Joss if you are tuning in. I know you said you were busy, but you managed to tune in. Good afternoon.
Another clean feed there for Hautapu. So drive now. They'll come back for a penalty. Not exactly sure what the call is on that one, Bevin. Did you manage to catch it?
Well, but it's but due to the fact that Grant Cottrell, the referee, has pulled it back to the 15, it's going to be a infringement in the line out. Maybe just a bit of shoulder work in there.
So Morrinsville with the line out now. There's been a few of them here early on. And yeah, wasn't straight at all there. So we'll have a scrum.
Couldn't really call that one straight down Morrinsville's own line, and this is what I was saying earlier, Cam, about that wind when it comes to line out. It's crucial, you've got to allow for it to push. I think out of the hands, it was straight, but that one's just pushed it well over
did take it,
the line. Yeah. Currently, so far, Hautapu are using that wind a bit more intelligently, but the advantage of having the wind behind you in the first half, though.
Yeah, they'll definitely need to use it here early on. As you know, they'll switch sides at half time, and Morrinsville will then be able to capitalise on it as long as it doesn't change within that space. As his ball sits there for Hale, just to his first 5, it's not clean, play on's the call. It's a wide pass and a wrap there, number 14. Throws it wide to his other winger. And forward pass.
Yeah, I think the last one there, Cam's just travelled forward out of their hands.
It definitely didn't look straight from here.
No, well, you're pretty much in line with that one, Cam.
Yeah.
Get the whistle, mate. Get the whistle. Must say a big shout out to Kevin Clark on the other side. Clarky, as he's affectionately known as, who helps run things with the Cambridge referees. I won't say his age, but it's somewhere between 60 and 70, and I think it's a bit more towards the 70 line. And he's not the oldest in Cambridge either, as a referee.
As Morrinsville with a good midfield charge there. That's Larson taken down as they spin it wide. It's the fullback, number 15. Penalty, high tackle.
Good to see the number 12 from Hautapu there too, just acknowledging the fact that it was a bit high, unintentional as well from Sam Tupou. Good sportsmanship shown. We saw this actually last week in the Division 1B game too. A bit of camaraderie and fellowship so much in the Premier Bs.
So Morrinsville with a line out, just behind the 22. And not straight's the call again. Again, like Bevin mentioned, that wind can be very, very niggly for a hooker shot throwing into a line out, so we'll have a scrum.
I think Lumans just needs to just be careful, almost just throw it to the Hautapu line just for it to blow back. Easier said than done though, because it's not like Lumans has only one thing to worry about.
Do you think in times like this they try to go for the short line, the front 3 you try to throw to, or...?
I think so, but I mean you still want a full line out just in case.
And Hautapu, it's gone straight down the throat of number 11 here. He's got a bit of running on him, but it's a good tackle there from Hautapu. Morrinsville retains possession. Ball sits there for Gillett as they use the forward pack. It's getting a little bit scrappy over here. So use the forward pack once again, making metre by metre. Now feeds the backs. It looks like that's Larson. And a little gander there from the halfback as we now feed to the right hand side. Hautapu making some good tackles as Morrinsville go up inch by inch, and that's a strong tackle there. As they now feed it back to the left, making good first up tackles. As Gillett now to his number 4. It's Millimeter using the forward pack here. It's a bit scrappy, but they'll retain possession and swing it wide now. And that's Cameron, a bit of space, one to beat, gets wild. As Morrinsville now have just crossed the 22 line. That's Fitzpatrick now, number 3 there for Morrinsville. And a bit of momentum here, just on the 5 metre line now. And they feed it wide, they've got numbers to burn. And it's a good try-saving tackle. One more probably would have done it, but they've just... And turnover ball, Hautapu. What's going on here?
Numbers there, Cam, from Hautapu, that's turned that one over.
And they'll look to clear, but we'll come back for a penalty.
Second time Morrinsville have been penalised for being offside at ruck time. Great breakdown on that far side though by the number 13 from Morrinsville. Brent Cameron got out of that last the last tackle that he needed to beat. The problem was Hautapu's covering defence that was scrambling back at a rate of knots. Got him in time. Then Morrinsville have tried to fling that ball left. Got a little bit tangled up with themselves, but as I said, in the end, Hautapu had more numbers, turnover ball, and now a penalty and a relieving kick. There's one way to describe that one, Cam. Ouch. I don't think Joel got that on camera, did you, Joel? No, it's the ball hit the grandstand in front of us, the uncovered grandstand, and bounced up and hit one of the Morrinsville reserves in the head. Quite smack bang in the middle.
And the line out feed for Hautapu. As they feed it now into their centres. Short ball, but strong tackle there, and it's been knocked on. It's a bit scrappy, but we'll come back, no advantage. Knock on, Morrinsville's ball.
Got to alert you to a comment on the stream, Cam. It's great people would notice this. Bo Carroll has commented asking, did we forget the pole? No, the poles are in place. We did manage to bring the poles with us again, guys. They're just a little bit further out of place, but at some point during those games you'll see the poles.
I do like that we've got weekly watches there. They're keeping up.
Oh, it's great, mate. It's great.
As they fling it to the blind side, the fullback Guildford Kara takes a few men to get him down, but take him down just past the 22 mark. And turnover ball, it's a rough box kick. It's found touch only a few metres ahead of the ruck. So Morrinsville now spending a lot of time in Hautapu's second half. Sorry, in their own half.
That one's got quite strong in it. I'm glad I brought a few bricks and put them at the bottom of the feet just to make sure I stay grounded, you know. Bit of throw from Morrinsville there.
As Nicholson trots over the 22 mark, again taking a few men to get him down and not releasing.
That's against the tackler, that one. Not allowing the ball carrier to play the ball.
And Morrinsville looking for a kick for touch to get some points on the board here early on.
Yeah, well, Cam, I don't know if you've seen it, but the Grant Cottrell pointed immediately pretty much to the posts. The call must have come out pretty quick. Don't blame Morrinsville though, they're playing into this very strong breeze. Get the points on the board when they're on offer. You know, and no silly rugby.
Nicholson lining up the kick here. And like we've been mentioning, the wind is strong, so we'll definitely have to adjust to that. Sorry, number 11's taking the kick. It's Fish there. He's had a couple good runs here early on.
Might even be a little bit of rain out about, but conversion is away to the left. First points on offering. Well, actually, second time the points have been on offering, isn't it, Cam? Because they missed out on a try opportunity just earlier. So 8 points currently that Morrinsville should have had, but haven't. That's rugby, though.
It's a big 22 kick as it sits there for the halfback Gillett. And they're driving him. And there is definitely starting to get some spits in the air from the rain as they use the forward pack. Feed it to number 5. That's Anderson. Making metre by metre. But he's lost it and not releasing. Penalty, Hautapu ball.
Again, Cam, and you know that game that we called last week with Division 1, you know, we're still suburbs. Pop up the ball a lot due to the fact that they did not commit enough numbers. They were trying to put players, you know, running onto the ball, but you've got to win the ball first in a ruck to be able to pass it out.
So line out ball sits there with Robinson for Hautapu. There's one against the throw.
Big one for Morrinsville there with their line out troubles that they've been having.
As they use the forward pack once again, making a little bit of metres. And goes one way but going back the other. It's a Brett Cameron. He's been a strong runner here so far. Ball a bit slower here. And they'll look to go blind. A little dash there from the halfback. He's still going. Now across the halfway mark. A little short ball there. Looks for the offload. He's found it. As they're making a bit of metres here quickly, Morrinsville. As they now swing it wide. It's picked up, but not a clean throw. Still making metres and a good offload. A little nudge out on the full. Trying to make something from nothing there, but Morrinsville looking strong, but Hautapu coming up with strong defence to match.
Not a bad idea there for Morrinsville to put it through. Just execution wasn't right. But in the end, you know, at least they're thinking. Ladies, excuse me. Just when come the A's game, I need to be able to have another person on the other side there.
Strong run there from number 8, slips off a couple, then he's back up and running. That's right there. Now using that strong back line from Morrinsville. Another offload. And another penalty. Went for a quick tap, but ref brings it back. Not rolling away is the call. And by the looks of things, they'll kick for touch. As Gillett finds touch just past the 22 mark, as Morrinsville sit camp here in Hautapu's half, like they have been for the last 10 minutes. But still, both teams scoreless. They've won the line out, it's not clean. And he's got away with it. He's in actually, number 9. Well, after a kick that hit another player's head, it's bounced a funny direction like the rugby ball does, and Jarrett Gillett's in there for the first try of the game.
Yes, But I like Morrinsville Sportsway there. First up, playing into the window, as we said, Cam, you've got to take the luck when you have it. And 5 points on the board to Morrinsville to start with. They've probably been playing that just a little bit better and deserved points on the board. Jared Gillett, one of 2 players from Morrinsville backing up, coming off the bench in the A's match. Michael Ratt, the other player.
It's definitely going to be a tough kick here for Fish in these conditions. After missing his first penalty attempt.
The one indication about the weather, Cam, as Fish comes in, strikes it doesn't look too bad actually. No, it's well out to the left. Shows what I know that from this thing away. What I was saying about the weather, great indication for that is how busy the grandstand all of a sudden got.
I think we had a similar thing happen at one of the TA games, didn't we? And all of a sudden everyone started piling in.
I did ask Hautapu to make the rain stay away, but I don't think they listened with the wind though.
So 3-0 to Morrinsville. Ball sits there for Steele. It's a deep one. And it's been charged down. As they sling it back down to the midfield. That's Stefford, number 5. And they'll use the back line once again. It's a poor offload, but they'll retain possession. Morrinsville putting on the back foot with a good driving tackle. Hautapu looking to reset.
Down the player as well as there's a player being seen to just to the right of screen. Just has to be sorted now.
As Symes takes a strong run, but Morrinsville up to the task. So now feed Steele. Good strong tackle. They're not making a bit of many meters here. Morrinsville with some good strong defence. And again, another strong tackle, not making many meters at all.
Making them felt at the moment as Morrinsville.
So they go for the pick and go. That's Robinson. And they'll go for the kick, not making many meters. Tough catch, but he's managed to retain it. And it's a touch finder, not many meters made off it. But Morrinsville looking strong here in the first half.
Just wondering if that ball's going to come down. There it is. Curtis Nicholson back there though. I think Morrinsville must have read that pretty early on that Hautapu were going to kick because they covered it very well and Nicholson pretty much was on the spot where it was kicked to.
So Robinson will feed the line up for Hautapu. It's nice and clean as they'll have a maul. And they'll use the backs. That's Steele with a little pop pass. Nearly through. That's Joe. And not releasing. Penalty. Morrinsville's ball.
First arriving player there from Morrinsville. All rights to it. Wasn't able to grab it due to the player, Hautapu player not releasing.
Good strong run there from Joe, but no supporting players inside, and Morrinsville capitalising very quickly as they'll kick for touch.
Hope you're enjoying the live stream wherever you are. I know that people week in, week out. See there's a few people from Perth watching in, South Island as well. Don't mind wherever you are tuning in. Occasionally can we even have people at the game watching the live stream too. So, people from all over the place.
So Lumans had some issues with his line-up throw, but that one's gone straight. As Nicholson taking a few. Hautapu driving him back here. As they give it to Fitzpatrick. And a bit of room here on the blind side, little chip kick. We'll find touch and quick line that's allowed.
Nice little step there. Kevin Burke with that one, covering it, with the pass inside.
As Steele beats one, beats two nearly, but he's got a jersey tuck over his head and he's taken down. Sorry, penalty. They'll go for the high shot, it's that collar pull, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, when you grab that collar and basically his head disappears under the shirt, it's pretty obvious it's high.
Hautapu struggling to get men going onto the ball at pace, like just as we saw there, not a lot happening. And Steele trying to make something from nothing as he just finds touch just before the 22 mark.
Must also remind viewers, Cam, this is not the only game we're doing today. The Premier A's match between Morrinsville and Hautapu coming up. The B's game will stop after a quick wrap up after this game. We'll take 5 minutes and then a new stream will be up for the A's as well. So if you are wanting to watch the Premier A's match, don't go anywhere at the conclusion of the B's.
So about 14 minutes to go here in the first half. Slow ball, pick and go for Morrinsville. They'll go blind, and another penalty.
In from the side, is that cool, Cam?
Not a scrum's the call.
Yeah, not a bad option from Morrinsville because, as we've alluded to, they are having real issues throwing it with that wind. So next best bet other than a quick tap, but you're inside your own 22, just outside your 22. Sorry, take a scrum.
Ball's there for Gillett. So Nicholson, sorry, that's Larson. Taking down supporting players there. As they crash midfield, that's Fitzpatrick. Oh, tough pass. Knock on. Hautapu in a good attacking position here.
Yeah, that ball just skimming up across the top of the worms. Came from Gillett there. Pretty low pass at the ankles and hard to collect. Ball handling though, it's been a bit hit and miss. Can't blame the conditions on it though. Don't usually see a scrum reset with golden oldies, but there's one.
So Hautapu feed. It's number 8, picks it up. That's Yelich out to the winger. Beats one, beats two. Slowly taken down as they retain possession. Ball sets there with Hale to Steele. Out to Tupou, and he's beaten a couple there, and he's got one more to beat, little pass to the outside, and Hautapu run for this first try of the game. I believe that's number 11 there, is it? Number 12.
I've got a funny feeling that was Josh Gore because Buddy Mitchell had the ball on the ground on the 22 there, but opened up a little bit there for Hautapu Cam. Problem was for Morrinsville though, simple rugby, they went too high in the tackles. Player can't run without his legs, but they were going up towards the chest. And Tupou just shrugging them off quite easily.
Yeah, he got through 3 there, didn't he?
And they found the space. So Christopher Joe is the try scorer. Thank you, Joel. Joel Scalander, the man behind the camera again today.
As Nicholson unfortunately Steele can't connect with that one.
Tell you what, Cam, I knew that one wasn't going over at least. 5 apiece with 10 minutes to go, Cam. It's pretty good indication of how the game's been going. It's been toing and throwing a bit. Neither team's had a lot of ball inside the opposition 22. But both sides now finally capitalising that and putting points on the board.
As Nicholson starts us off, it's a deep kick just past the 22 mark. As they'll try to go for touch here, and they will. Just over the halfway mark. That's a good kick, but again the wind is behind their back, which Morrinsville will have in the second half.
It's about a 45-metre kick there, Cam. That was a pretty good nudge.
And the line-out's set quickly as they feed the backs.
Michael Rapp with that run up there.
It's a good strong run. And not releasing the tackler. And another penalty. They seem to be adding up a bit here. Do you reckon, Bevin, or am I just imagining it?
Oh yeah, there's been a few, and Grant Cottrell's been pretty quick on the whistle, but he's been consistent on that one though, and fair to both sides, so can't really complain about that.
So we'll have another line out. There's been a few of them here in the first half. Morrinsville's ball. We've got a good view here to see if it goes straight or not.
Yeah, that one's almost, actually no, it's more in line with Joel, to be honest, behind the camera.
Referee says it's clean. As Rat there with another strong run. But Hautapu up to the task as they feed the blind side. And we'll have a knock on. Strong tackle there, Morrinsville knocking the ball on.
Yeah, the ball just not going into the breadbasket like the player wished, and got almost tangled up. A little knock on there. 100 years this year, Cam, of Mulu Rugby. Bets planned later this year include black tie dinners August 21st at FMG Stadium, Waikato, Heartland, Wharapama Cup and Bunnings NPC matches, as well as a Mulu parade and a Waikato Legends versus Bok Invitational match at Cortland's Oval. And it looks as though number 14, Dodie Mitchell, has been pinged for being in front of the kicker there. So Morrinsville had a penalty.
Yeah, so 5 each here as we get closer and closer to half time. Just over 5 minutes to play. So we'll have a scrum and a good attacking position here.
So we've got someone from Rio de Janeiro tuning in. Paula McRae. We did do a women's game earlier this year. We did Hamilton Old Blues versus Melbourne, and we will also be doing the final on the 26th of June as well. So we do what we can and try and get around as often as we can.
As the halfback goes for a little dash, doesn't find a player, but they manage to retain it here. As they feed to the right hand side, it's the blind side flanker taking a couple down. And another knock on. It's been a bit scrappy here in the last 5-10 minutes. But of course those weather conditions won't be helping that. So Hautapu feed. So they feed it now to Steele. Another kick from him, straight down a defender's throat. As he charges up here, little step inside and gets through too. That's Clifford Cara.
Morrinsville player there.
You can see him charging in.
Just straight through 2 tacklers.
That's Wilson, another strong run. And he gets through a couple there, actually, the open side flanker. Still taken down just before the 22 mark. That's Tim Taylor. And now to his other flanker. That's Wilson. Little pop pass. And as one person rides his back, he's managed to take him down. And a little roly-poly, but penalty. Hautapu with some good strong defence with some strong Morrinsville running.
So number 3 there from Hautapu winning that penalty and the roly-poly, as you said, Cam. But why not celebrate when you win a penalty like that? Nick Symes, the man doing the work. Little story about Tim Taylor, Cam. Played cricket for one of the Morrinsville sides in last man stands, and actually played as Tim Taylor that day. Yeah.
Did you live up to the expectation?
I've never actually seen him play cricket. I've only seen him play rugby, but I was playing with Michael Ratt that day. Just a stoppage for injury here at the moment. So, as we've said, Stand Up Cancer Day here at Hautapu Sports, raising funds for the Hautapu Whānau Support Fund that was established earlier this year to help provide some financial support to members of the community or loved ones affected by serious health issues. So, if you're willing to donate some money in that, get in touch with Hautapu Sports. Go to their Facebook page. They've also got a Hautapu Sports Stand Up to Cancer website as well. There's auctions happening today. Stuff with Black Caps, Cold Collar, Night Riders players, Tim Cyphers donated. There's silver ferns. There's All Blacks memorabilia as well, including a ball from the 2011 World Cup.
So Hautapu feeded into the midfielders. I think his players giving a bit of a push there from behind. And not releasing, did you see that? He's giving a little shunt to the right way, but Morrinsville.
Thanks for that switch. I got the end of it and I was like, did I see it right? Must have. This rugby's boring. Dying. In moments like that. Breaking your own rules.
So about 3 minutes to go here in the first half. 5-5. As Morrinsville now feed it. It's not clean, but again they've managed to retain it. And another penalty. It's a high one again, that one. It's going to field it, and it's no, we'll come back.
Yeah, it's about the 4th one of the match. No, the half there, Cam. There's been a few eye shots being taken in. There's been no referees these days in rugby. We're not going to tolerate it.
Not a bad touch finder again. You see the ball hanging there in the wind, and Morrinsville will look to put some more points on the board with a couple of minutes left here to go in a good attacking position.
They're playing really well, actually, Morrinsville, into this wind. It's probably a 15-point wind, to be honest, and Hautapu just haven't quite used the right ideas with it.
And again, not a clean one, but Morrinsville have done well to clean things up each time it hasn't gone to hand. And we'll give it to Taylor, and a good tackle there, he's flying around a bit. And offside's the call, I believe. And penalties definitely racking up here for Hautapu. They'll definitely be willing to sharpen that up as we near the half-time break.
It's alright, Cam, you haven't tried to suggest that one team's playing with 2 players today, so any of your mistakes today can be judged on that one from last week.
Yeah.
Been waiting for a moment to bring that one up. Nick Daly, yes, the scrums are uncontested.
Good strong run there from the halfback. Must be close here. Ball taking a bit to come out. A little pick and go, and it's given. Well, they're in. With just under a minute here to go in the first half, they'll be stoked to get some more points on the board. That'll bring it to 10-5. I'm just waiting to see the player's number as he turns around.
It's Michael Ratt that's gone over there. Great play by Morrinsville and great passage, great pressure as well. The beauty of having Golden Oldies scrums is that you know you're going to win your own ball. And it always gives you those options of what you can do. So close to the line, Morrinsville used it smart, used to pick a couple of pick and goes. Michael Ratt in the end crashes over. Big moment of the game, I think, just on half time.
Like we've been mentioning, that wind will come into play, and Morrinsville will hopefully be able to capitalise on their wind as they've played well into it here in the first half. As Fish lines up the kick. And that one flies away to the right. And referee calls half time. So the score will be 10-5 to Morrinsville currently. Morrinsville looking very strong here. Hautapu will now be playing into the wind, so they'll be looking to sharpen a few things up, especially some disciplinary.
Yeah, Morrinsville definitely going to be happy of the two teams going in to the Oranges here, Cam. Hautapu, though, they're just going to make sure they stay in the game and play smartly into the wind, like what Morrinsville has done in that back end of the first half, and that's the reason why Morrinsville are up 5 points in half time going into the wind. Anyway, we'll take a quick break, come back for the second half in a couple of minutes, folks. It is Morrinsville 10, Hautapu 5. Alright, Cam, back in the second half. I haven't actually updated the scoreboard, but I'm wondering if we've got my mic tuned around the right way, to be honest. So you can carry on and I'll sort myself out.
G'day, welcome to the second half here. Hautapu vs Morrinsville. Morrinsville up 10-5 here, and we'll have the win now behind their back. And Hautapu will have to deal with a strong wind coming at them. As referee starts us off, and Steele kicks to his forward pack. One bounce, but they've managed to handle it well. As they do, a short little kick there. No man's land, but they've got a man charging on and not taken cleanly, but ref says play on. And goes one way, but chooses to go the other and gets a little pop pass as they just go past the halfway mark. And not a lot of momentum on that ball, but as they set up a pod, it's number 5, angles in a little bit back to this forwards, takes a few to get down. And they're falling back onto the opposite ruck as players need to roll away here. And a little pick and go. And offload, nudge. And forward pass the call.
A little bit of Helter Skelter again to start us off here, Cam. Nothing wrong with Helter Skelter when it comes to rugby. That last pass, so you know, it just basically fell out of his hands about a metre forward. So from the ground, at a position like that, you can't blame the player for passing forward. Just a reminder that with Waikato Club Rugby and Junior Rugby next week, there is no rugby due to Queen's birthday.
As the ball sits there with Gillett, as they use the back line, it's the fullback putting a little kick in over top, and he's got a good bounce there, and it will find touch.
Some days, Cam, just only occasionally, some days does the bounce of a rugby ball go your way. That was the occasion.
And again, what you'll see there is Morrinsville using the wind here early on, like they should, and they managed to pierce a kick here into the opposition's 22 here early on in the second half. And they've won it against the throw as well. Morrinsville just over the 5 metre mark as they use their forwards, slowing things down, getting everything ready. Once again, a little drive off the forward, and that one's made some metres, inching closer and closer. Hautapu doing a good job of defending so far. And another pod set up there, this one. Again, not finding any holes here in the strong defense, but that one will. And Morrinsville will score a try here very quickly in the second half. Well, it all started off a good piercing kick into the corner using that wind. Line out against the throw, keeping the ball nice and close using that forward pack, and it's paid off for them.
10 points, 5 on either side of halfway there, Cam. Morrinsville showing why in Premier B rugby at the moment they are one of the top sides in the second round. In pressure talent, using their forwards to get their ball keep going forward, and when needed, feed the backs.
And supporting plays, when those forwards are running, they've got 1-2 guys driving them from behind as well, so they're able to make some good meters, draw Hautapu's defenders in, and then find an easy pick and go there.
Pretty decent kick there too from the Morrinsville player, and the try's converted, 17-5. It's a bit cooler the second half of Cam than it was in the first.
Oh, good, strong tackle.
Great timing from the Hautapu player.
And they'll slow things down as they swing it back into their second 5. That's Larson. And a box kick with charge down well, and they've got a few nummies. He's picked it up well. Sells the dummy, and he will get there. 2 men on his back. Wow, what a try, what a pickup. Little dummy, sells it well, and with 2 men hanging on to it from behind, he will go in.
It's the second time now that Jared Giller in the base of the ruck has been charged down. Last time didn't cost them, this time did. What a confidence boost that's going to be for Hautapu though, because just looking a little bit down, but right from the restart, the pressure came from them. Big tackle went in. Morrinsville went back a few metres, and then just one slight little mistake like that, 5 points.
And we've just had confirmation, number 7 there for Hautapu is Pardeep Singh, and for their first try of the second half. And unfortunately can't convert that one either.
Just to the left of the uprights, that one can.
So that'll bring the score to 17-10. A couple tries here early on in the second half, only about 7 minutes being played here.
I think that must be said about Morrinsville Sports Camp. I think we noticed that and talked about that in the Te Awamutu game. They've always come with a good, strong crowd of supporters. Doesn't matter where they travel. They've always got that support.
And you can make a big difference having a few cheering members in the crowd. As Nicholson starts us off, caught just on the 22, beating it to their numbers. Little kick into space here actually, and it will find touch, and not a bad nudge there at all actually. And that's going into the wind as well, so Hautapu just a little flat kick, a little kick into no man's land, but it's definitely paid off.
Wasn't the most prettiest of kicks, but it managed to find touch and just pinging Morrinsville back a bit more again.
As they feed it now through their backs, that's Larson. He's had a few strong runs. As they bring the forwards to their left side, and he breaks through one, trying to hold him up. As the ball's with Nicholson, back to Larson. And the penalty, he's playing advantage, knock on advantage. As Nicholson is being held up here, there's a few boys. And no advantage, knock on.
Quite a lot of positivity here can be shown by both sides to start the second half. Interesting to see what happens to both sides when the game just gets a little bit deeper, especially with Hautapu. I think they've only got about 3 or 4 reserves, so yeah.
As the scrum spins a bit there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened here, Cam. I noticed that in the first scrum of the second half there was a lot of weight coming in, and from Hautapu as well. So something's happened. Don't really see a game that starts off with golden oldie scrums end up with weight being in there, but something's happened at half time to say that it can happen. Advantage to Hautapu by the look of things for that, because the Morrinsville scrum started to go wheeling, and Giller just not able to pick it up cleanly.
And looks like we just had a quick substitution there for Morrinsville. Number 21's come on, that's Wilson. As the balls will steal, dummy cut to the centre who's flying in there. Gets up and goes again. As they now fling it to their right, they steal again. Beats one. Trying to hold him up, but making a few more metres. And Hautapu getting numbers into the ruck here, but will have a penalty.
And from the side, I think it's the call there, Cam.
And a nice set piece there from Hautapu, don't you reckon, Bevin?
Yeah, well, I think they've got called for another one as well there, for a scrum. Stick to what's working for you. And yeah, the scrum's definitely hard with the weight from Hautapu. It'd be interesting to see actually if I can catch up with Grant Cockrell after the game, and or after the A's game, sorry. Because he's AR1 for the A's, as well as, you know, we're busy, obviously, to see what happened at half time.
As the ball sits there for steal and finds Tupou, who's had some very strong runs here. And turn the ball! And he's away, they're fuming chasing him. And he puts a little chip in. And they've got numbers there, that's number 13. Taken down and the ball spits out. And we'll have a knock on. Lots going on there.
Well, we can.
What's going on?
Carter with the break. As I said, it was a question of pace. Brilliant play from him to put the ball to boot. And just unfortunately, in the end, Brett Cameron got 3/4 of the bounce for him. But it was that last 25% that didn't go his way, as well as a good tackle as well. Great moment in the game there.
Yeah, Brett Cameron, who's played well for Morrinsville this whole game, just couldn't make it there with some good strong tackles. And some exciting play here as we'll have a scrum feed. So Hautapu feed.
Oh, big scrum.
And it's a big scrum, but a managed to retain possession, and that's Tupou once again with some strong high knee running. And a rough kick there, it's awkward bounce as they swing it to. And another little chip here from Gil from Kara.
Come back. Oh, accidental offside is the call there, Cam. I was going to say, wasn't quite sure what Grant Cockrell was signalling in the end, but yeah, player running into a player on his own side in front of him. So scrum it is, but not what Morrinsville need, other than that last scrum for them.
The ball sits there for Gillett. He's got a man on his blind side, but they'll go open side. There are opposing halfbacks right onto him. As the ball slowly get out, as Rat, the earlier try scorer, is taken down. And they're slowly making metres and metres again, using those forward packs like they were earlier. Slowing things down. They've got a lot of players here on their right hand side. As they push now, they've got more numbers coming to the left. Still using their forward pack, gaining inch by inch. And we'll have a penalty. Offside, I believe the call there is. And we'll come in for a scrum.
Well, we saw Hautapu do it earlier, Cam, when the scrum was going forward. Now that Morrinsville is, they want to take the scrum, bring in the big boys, and feed the backs, and see what the options can bring.
Well, this is prime time, danger zone defense needed from Hautapu. But this is where you should practice for when you're back in your own position. 22 with the scrum, with the set piece to play. As they'll use the number 8, there's a bit of a hole there, and he beats a couple, and he's over. That's his second try. That's Michael Ratt there for Morrinsville.
Cam, I'm not looking forward to the next game of cricket I commentate. Of last man stands that Michael Ratt's going to be playing. I could just see what he's saying. Bev, do you remember that day I scored 2 great number 8 tries? We're loving it out there.
Quick little gander off the scrum, and a hole opened up for him, beat a couple, and crashes over as the score now comes to 22-10 with conversion to come.
Perfect number 8 though, try, wasn't it? Just off the back of the scrum, busted through a couple of wannabe tackles. They weren't too bad of a tackle effort, but just too big, too strong, and over he went. And Ratty, if you're listening to this after the game, no, I mean solid, not the other time I think.
Clarification. A little bit scared there, Ben.
As I said before, he's a pretty quick bowler with cricket ball in hand, so don't want to annoy him too much.
If you beamers coming your way.
Yeah.
He's got successful. Nice and cleanly. It's Towed at Guildford Kara, who's had a good second half. He's made a few breaks, nice little chip kicks, manages to convert and bring the score up to 24-10 with about 23 minutes to play here in the second half. As Steele starts us off in a nice clean take. It's number 19, that's Reed Micklejohn. Unfortunately, on a good strong tackle, has lost the ball, but we're playing advantage. So no advantage, knock on. Hautapu's ball.
Other than the fact that Hautapu have conceded points for the restarts, they've actually won the last 2 off their own restarts, and the last time was from resulted in a try. So, see what happens this one.
As they now feed it to their back line, it's Steele looking for a little pass there, but he's taken down just on the 10 metre line. And a scrappy pass. Tupou managing to clean it up as he runs around looking for a hole, and he does. He's got one to beat, finds the inside ball. I think that's Steele there. Just shrugged over, but he's back on his feet. It's Hautapu now with a bit of momentum, and
all lost due to a little knock on in the ruck there, trying to clean it up, and just Hautapu couldn't.
Sam Tupou here managing to recover that poor pass. You can see him prowling around looking for a hole, managed to find one. Sporting players there.
He's broken the line as well, Sam Tupou.
But Morrinsville managing to scramble on him well, and they'll have a scrum, their feed in their own 22.
So if you're wondering what the little clicking noises that you might be able to pick up, hopefully you're not hearing it happen through the mic. That's me taking photos. There will be some photos loaded up during the week on Bev's cracking shots. So go like that page if you want to see some photos.
Interesting kick there, but again, it's worked in their favour. We've seen a couple go that way where it hasn't been the best kick over foot, but they've been touch finders about that halfway mark. So Robinson will start us off here. Hautapu's line out. It's nice and straight. It's gone back to him with a good strong tackle. He dishes it to Steele.
And it's Giffen Carrot! He is away! I'm sorry, Ken. I saw him coming off the line. And Taufedi Giffen Carrot, he was a mile away reading that play, read it brilliantly. And Joel was like, well, I know where that is. That is 21 minutes into the second half, Joel. Just for your tries of the week, because I'm sure that's going in. That one's going in, Joel says.
I honestly didn't even see him coming. All of a sudden, the ball would just disappear. He's had a great second half, and he's well deserved this try. He's brought in a lot of momentum. A few kicks here, strong running, and he'll go for the conversion of his own try. And that'll bring the score up to 29-10 to Morrinsville.
That's the reason I'm coming straight back in, because he's worried about the ball. I'm looking at everything else. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I was looking down the next photo that's going to get better. It's just like Susan. That's the reason why one commentator sucks.
Conversion from Giffen Carr, converting, having to try and convert his on try unsuccessfully out to the left. 29-10 with just over 18 minutes to play second half. Cam, you're going to have to go back and watch that one. I know you said you're looking down at your piece of paper, so didn't see him flying off the line like that. Matt Hicks onto the field for Hautapu, number 19. DJ, wedding celebrant, everything else. Recruiter as well, he's been trying to recruit for Hautapu Bees.
A little bounce. And he's a bit quick there. Oh, he's taking a few down, but he's got some wheels on him as they now sling it now to more into the middle of the field. And I've got a few numbers out there. That's Larson out to his wing, I believe that's Fish. A little inside up, but the touch flag's up. And Morrinsville just being relentless there, not giving Hautapu a break. So line out ball, Hautapu. Slow ball, it's there for Steele. And Morrinsville up very quickly. He's trying to find a little hole, but doesn't make many meters.
Might be Matt Hicks with the ball there.
And Morrinsville really not giving them any room to breathe on defense. And charge down once again. It's bouncing weird, but I think they managed to retain it. And off their feet, Hautapu escape the danger zone.
Yeah, looked a bit shaky with that clearance kick. Another one, probably the fourth one today, being charged down from either side. But in the end, Morrinsville not staying on their feet at ruck time. They pretty good kick to touch either as well.
With that win, yes. Morrinsville just looking a lot more hungry for the ball here.
But
rushing up on defence is working for them.
We talked at the first start, during the first half. We talked about it at the start of the second half. It's playing into that. It's using that win to your advantage, either playing into it or with it. And that's what Morrinsville's done. And currently they're just showing that their skills are just a bit more.
He's managed to tip it back up to his own player after it
line up that didn't go so smoothly as they give it to their 21 who's run hard but tackled down. As they give it to the try scorer earlier, they use their prop. That's Fitzpatrick. And he's scuffled that one. It's a fresh pair of legs, number 17. But knock on.
Substitutions rolling for Hautapu at the moment.
So it looks like for Morrinsville we've got number 18 coming on. That's low middle.
Great story from James Bloomendale that's come onto the field, Cam. I was there for the Morrinsville game against United Matamata Sports. He injured his game 10 minutes into the season and looked down and out. Wasn't sure if he would get back this season, but to see he's made it onto the pitch today.
Coming from us two who are pretty injury prone, it's always good to see the boys back out there with their boots on.
The old sneeze and break a leg, you and me, Cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a scrum reset when there is pushing in the scrums, so.
Yeah, interesting how they did change that at half time. It'd be interesting to just hear what happened behind the scenes. As Boston Hale feeds it in, and it's a strong scrum once again from Morrinsville. That's Robinson, who's been taken down, but we'll have a penalty and not releasing. There's been a few of them here. Looking for a quick tap, but won't go for it.
Just something to note about the scrums going.
That's a big kick into the wind. So coming back with the wind, and like we said, it does make a big difference with that wind behind you, and he's managed to put that in just about the 5 metre mark.
With the scrums though, Cam, going from uncontested to contested, both teams have got to agree to it. So it's something that both teams at half time have agreed to do. So, you know.
And a very clean line out for Morrinsville as they try and drive forward, making meters slowly. It's the ball sits there with number 19, I believe that's Reed, John. And they're driving themselves out, but a bit hard to see from this angle, but it looks like they're still retaining possession. So they feed it now to a fresh pair of legs with the headgear on, and he's in actually. I believe there's number 18, James Bloomendale, who's just come on.
That was a bit of a nothing try there, Cam, but I sort of missed it. Just saw some bodies flying all over the place and wondering where the ball was. Thinking it was still in that ruck, but no, Bloomendale is crashed over there and nullified pointed from Morrinsville.
It almost looked like someone was trying to rip it out of his hands and he's managed to rip it completely off them and just fall over the line. So Morrinsville will bring their lead up now to 34-10. 12 minutes to play in the second half. As the number 8 now, who's scored 2 tries here, Michael Ratt.
Oh, I'm hoping this one doesn't go over because I'm gonna hear about it too if this one does. Hey, I'll give him credit. I'll give Randy credit for that one. It was a pretty good nudge.
Try too hard. It was actually a pretty good looking kick.
It was pretty smooth. He plays hooker as well. He plays all over the forward back. And obviously can have a pretty decent nudge at conversions. That rain is coming in for the O's match. Don't forget that is coming up. It will be on a different stream though, folks, at the conclusion of the Bees game.
As Steele starts us off, and he's had a man flying at him, but he's done well to hold on to it after it bounces off his arm. As Michael John taken down at the 2 metre line. done well with the poop. The second half, straight down the defender's throat. He was very close to the touchline. Play on's the call. As he gets to his opposite winger. And he does a little 360 go backwards.
Sort of circus training going on out there.
that's a
There's
good
juggling,
shot,
there's
tackle.
pirouettes, there's all sorts.
And he's found a hole. Oh. Fortunately, a knock-on call.
Yeah, there's a bit of a come-ons from the crowd behind us here, Cam, in the grandstand, but the ball had to come out to Morrinsville somehow. There definitely wasn't a run. It was quite clearly a knock-on, even though the player looked convincingly away with it. They come back to that first infringement.
So Morrinsville will free the scrum. And a little couple, that's last, and he's been through one. Shoelace tackles managed to bring him down. And sells the dummy, but again, a good tackle around the ankles, brings him down. As Morrinsville go to the blinds, managing to keep hold of that one. And a penalty. Morrinsville potentially coming through from the side. Oh, I'm not exactly sure on that call, sorry folks. But we'll kick for touch.
You gotta learn to make it sound convincing. Can't make it sound like you're talking about, mate.
Well, it's almost like he was trying to work a forklift.
Yeah. If that's what he's done, Cam, you're right. Not leaving his feet.
As they go to the front of the line out, looking to maul, but a few players have come down, but they've managed to drive a few more metres. And pick and roll, and they're in again. Using those forwards well. Little pick and go, a two-man drone from behind, and there's no way to stop that. Morrinsville are having a try.
Just trying to find out. He hasn't turned around yet. But another great forwards try. These guys will be having a good beer afterwards, talking about how they made the backs look great out there. But actually, to be honest though, it's been the forwards that have been on the try sheet.
I believe that's Bradley Lumens from Morrinsville. 21. I've got Tane Wilson as that. So number 21 brings the score up now to 39-10 for Morrinsville.
Gifford Kara back with the kicking duties. So 6 metres in from touch. Right hand side outside the 22. Comes back, strikes it, and the wind's just going to keep it right.
That rain now looks like it's angling in this way.
Doesn't look like it, Cam, it feels like it. Because I'm getting wet. Kevin Clark getting a bit of stick from behind us in the grandstand.
Oh, good time tackle, and he's taken down.
Get out of the wacky do. That's a knock-on. That's a knock-on.
Oh, we love to see that. Hautapu trying to bring some heat back their way as we get closer and closer to the end of the game. About 6 or 7 minutes here to go.
That's a pretty good tackling out there all day, actually. Considering how cold and how wet it is, Cam, the ball handling's been pretty decent, and the skill as well from both sides.
Oh, it's a good, strong scrum, but they managed to retain it once again as Steele uses his centres and he gains 2 more metres. So in the middle of the field, moving it to the right. Oh, and a big wacky do, as Bevin would say. He has lined him up and shot him down. And And I believe that was ball number 10 there for Steele, taken down in a fantastic tackle. And a few boys there in the ruck as they slowly get it out and run a pick and roll. Oh, and Steele fumbles it, and he's on the back foot here, but he's managed to beat one. Didn't lose too many metres, but definitely on the back foot. What a great pass there again, but they swing it to the side. And he's managed to find a little hole in a great offload, and he puts a little nudge in. It's a number 13 now, taking down the 22. That's Brett Cameron. And trying to hold him up. Unsuccessful as they bring it back into the middle of the field. And another good tackle. Jeez, there's been a few of them now. As they use Tupo. And Wet Weather Rugby not going any way that way, and that's a knock on.
Well, in the India camp, we're seeing some really free-flowing rugby. Not that we haven't all game, but it just started to open up. 2 wacky doos back-to-back in the space of a few minutes. I've actually got a funny feeling that the grandstand here at Memorial Park was where I used it for the first time. Obviously spreading of other commentators are now using it.
As Morrinsville feed it, you can feel that wind and rain coming in stronger and stronger. And a good little bunt there, couple of bunts. That's number 17 for Morrinsville. And I've got boys into that ruck, and well, playing advantage is Hautapu turned that one over. And little halfback goes for a go down the blind side, but Morrinsville say no way, and we'll have a penalty.
Yeah, Boston Hale, they knew they were under advantage. Thought he'd go for a little snipe there, and they got shut down pretty quick as Matt Hicks goes quickly. There's not big 10 is the call.
It's a pretty simple rule in rugby. Get back in 10 with a penalty. It's being done as the rain's pouring in now. As you can see people running into the grandstands. And we'll have a line out. So Hautapu ball.
If the camera starts shaking, folks, don't worry. It's only Joel, Mustafa and Cam shivering.
We should only toilet paper to wipe this time.
No. No high-tech lens cleaners.
Just under 2 minutes to go in the second half. Hautapu feed it in. Again, not a clean one, but it's gone backwards nonetheless. And that one has 2 according to the ref. And they're trying to hold him up, but
Michael right there from Morrinsville.
they've got him in a tangle there.
Michael right, the one-man band, 2 tries, and then that great defensive play there. Don't forget, folks, coming up after this, as soon as the Bees game is done, we will stop the live stream, do a couple of things that is needed, and then 2:45 kickoff, we will be able to go live just beforehand, so don't go anywhere. 2:45, the Premier match coming up between Hautapu, undefeated against Morrinsville, looking for their first win in round 2.
Good strong scrum from Hautapu.
Oh, yeah, this penalty is against the halfback for being offside there.
It's almost a single, like 4 runs.
Yeah.
Gilford Cara, who's had a fantastic game here for Morrinsville. Blinds touch just past the halfway mark. So even further than the halfway mark.
Luke Micklejohn on the live stream saying easy dub isn't the win. To be honest though, Hautapu had a very good game out here, and they're just struggling having enough players.
A nice clean line out for Morrinsville, but not a clean pass or pick up, and a knock on, and that rain will definitely be playing out there.
Yeah, I think possibly Cam, the rain is going to stick around for the pre-Mays match.
It's
Settling in.
It's not looking pleasant out there at all at this stage.
But hey, we are a couple of days out from winter, during the first Gypsy Day, whatever you want to call it.
Don't tell me that, I don't want to hear it's winter. No, I don't want to hear that.
It is what it is, they say, as I'm about to feed the scrub.
As Steele flicks it out to number 20, fresh pair of legs. Ooh. It's a bit scrappy. Just taken down for the halfway mark now. And we've got a player with a crop top out there at the moment. As they're rushing up on Steele, and unfortunately the little first five for Hautapu having a bit of a rough patch here in the second half as defenders are launching onto him early on. Can't find supporting players. And again, a handling issue, and they managed to nudge it through. That's Michael Ratt, 2 try scorers now following that ball, and it's spat back out, and he will go back in. Waiting for confirmation.
No try.
No try.
There's a couple of knock-ons on there, Cam. What a great way to end this Premier Bees game. Thanks very much for your call there, Cam. Thanks for those that have tuned in. Don't worry, folks, as I've said, we aren't going away. We're just going to get up a new stream. The Premier A's match, don't go away, it's going to be a cracker. Hautapu versus Morrinsville, kickoff 2:45 on another different video. Wherever you've been watching this one, that's where it will be as well. Thanks very much, Cam, for your call, and tune in very shortly.